Okay, this is the real stream.
You ever put the drone in the?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Let me know if you get that notification. Okay, there we go.
Do I tap on it?
You can expand it to the full size if you want. Is that what you want?
Yeah. Mug even suits me.
Okay. All right. All right. Everything good, Mom?
Why is it this way?
You just gotta hold it like a. Just gotta hold it like that. Okay. Got it.
Uh-huh.
You can turn it and go back to that way if you want to.
Got it.
Okay. Everything good? All right.
Everything's good.
Love you so much. All right.
Okay.
Try that one more time.
Try what?
Just take my whole. Oh yeah, that's a good squeeze. Nice. Okay. All right. Love you, Mom.
Love you too.
All right. I'll see you later. Okay. Mom. Okay.
Love you. Love you.
All right. Love you. All right.
Okay.
See you on live. You can comment too.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Love you.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you later.
Bye bye. They're gonna think you're.
I know they are gonna think I'm weird. I have an OCD problem with this. All right. All right, Mom. Love you so much. Have a good night. Mom.
You have a good night. Okay.
Mom. Mom. All right. Okay. All right. Love you, Mom. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. All right. Can't really talk in here, but it's a long-term care facility. I haven't determined that yet. I have determined that I need to whiten my teeth though. Oh, they gave me a key to the place. All right. Sorry about that first part. I just wanted to show my mom how to watch. So it was kind of confusing. But this is a long-term care facility. My mom has a rare nerve condition that takes a long time to recover from. So. Okay. So I want to make this seed giveaway even easier than, excuse me, the last one. So I went up and I try and kind of surprise every once in a while and come up there. It's about 50 miles. Well, you guys watch it. Okay, AC doesn't really need it. Okay. The palm seeds are gonna be kind of. Depending on where you live, I'm gonna adjust it. There's a number of seeds to be one, but I can tell you what's available. There's gonna be some Copernicia Fallens. Can't give a whole lot out, but I can give a couple out. And hold on a sec. There's the Hurricane Palm, Dictyosperma album. There is Livistona alfredii. Give me your seed. There's Copernicia tectorum. There is Cryosophylla species. There is the Rhapis palm, the lady palm, fresh. So, the way that you win this one is you have to guess what kind of drink do I drink 4 cases of every week, and you get one guess. I'm drinking this off camera because it's one of them. And if you guess right, I'm not going to say right away, but I'm going to go back through the comments and I will contact you and let you know. And I don't know why it's out of focus, but I'm going to cover the can. Oh boy, no. I would die if I had 4 cases of Red Bull. Red Bull's not correct, I will tell you that. Okay. Sorry about all this vaping. I couldn't, I was in there. You can't vape in a medical facility like that. I don't want to violate HIPAA and show any faces of other people or anything. So, Coco Rico. That's not a bad guess. All right, let's look forward now. I will give a few hints. One is that it's non-alcoholic, so that does. Obviously, I'm not an alky. We're drinking, case of beer a night there. I will rarely drink, but I usually drink only when the presence of Australians or Brits, or if I'm in someone's house where it's very customary. I don't drink because I. Okay, so I'll give another hint. It does not have caffeine in it. So, and let's see. The third hint will be that it is carbonated. Oh yeah, no, I will drink until I pass out with Brits, Australians, people from all the Great Britain and Ireland. So if I'm amongst a crowd of Irishmen, I'm not going to be the odd man out. Mountain Dew Kickstart has caffeine in it. I actually used to drink that a decent amount. So, but if I'm at an Irish pub, there's a good Irish pub in Punta Gorda called the Celtic Ray, and that is legitimately owned by a man from Ireland with Irish bartenders. And if I'm there with someone, I will not, I'm not going to drink Coca-Cola there. So, it's not. Many companies make this type of drink, but I can't say a name because it would give it away. Yeah, if you win, I will, for example, if someone in the tropics wins, I'll offer more tropical seeds to you. You get there's if you go on my Facebook business page, Faulkner's Palms, you can see all the seeds that I have. Anything from the last 3 posts, 95% of that's still available. So Copernicus are available, Rafis are available. I also have Needles and Sable Minor. I have Sable Bermudana, Sable Casiarum. I have Sable Marittima. So I will, with some of the more expensive seeds, I can only give out a few, but I can be more liberal with the cheaper, the less expensive seeds like Sables. And I have needle seeds. I have Rapidophyllum hystrix fresh. I've been dehusking them. So I'll have my brogue on when I see. Okay, that sounds good. Cubby's. No, I have not been there. I've been to the German restaurant, the Celtic Ray, a couple others. It's kind of an odd place for me to eat because it's like halfway between where I live and where my family lives. So I'm if someone does get it right, I'm not going to say because I kind of have to. I might have to make like multiple winners, but because it might like end the stream early. So let's see. Well, from my experience, Canadians definitely too, because Canadians definitely know how to drink. But I just don't like going out to like a bar with no I usually don't go out, like my friends don't literally live in town, so I don't want to go out to like a random bar and just drink and get drunk, and then like I don't know anybody there. It's kind of awkward. So if I'm playing poker, I might have a couple drinks, so I'm with friends. If I'm playing like for professionally in a professional manner, I won't drink at all because it's just a bad idea. Like no one, it's like having a job, you wouldn't drink on the job. So but it's probably been shown in a couple of my vlogs. Okay, let's see what else. But I'll give everyone an opportunity. I don't have any germinated needles or sables right now, but I have very fresh seeds, so I just haven't thrown it in moss. I'm keeping them, like they hold for a long time, so they have like a waxy outer covering. I mean, I could wait until April and then decide to germinate them, and they would have the same germination rate. So look at these people here, they have to deal with this massive floodlight on the back of their houses. But anyway. Sable Minor, the Ecotype. Okay, so it's Sable Minor. I have the Cherokee County variety. This grows halfway between like Atlanta and Birmingham, but north of both cities by about 50 miles or nearly 100 kilometers, maybe 85, 90 kilometers. It's 85, 90 kilometers northwest of Atlanta or northeast of Birmingham, near the Georgia-Alabama line. And the reason the Cherokee County variety is so different is not its visuals, it's its actual interior genetics. So in the eastern U.S. there's something called the fall line. It's where the tide water, where just the plains stop and the hills begin, and the fall line is where rivers became unnavigable back in colonial times. So that's why like towns like Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington D.C., Richmond, Virginia, Raleigh, like Columbia, South Carolina, and Augusta, Georgia, the boats went up there, they couldn't go any further, so they decided to just build a town there. So that fall line goes to the other side of the Appalachians, or in the middle, and because junked, meaning they don't grow with the other pop. But the thing about this is that it grows like alone, so it may have evolved for quite some time away from the other sables. That's what actually makes it. I don't know if Nissan, if this fan of their bubbly one gets the vote for like the ugliest vehicle ever. Okay, they got Cuban sandwiches, and I'll check it out for sure. I would actually go there right now, but Ashley made food, so I was shocked. Seltzers, the bomb, or Perrier. I agree. LaCroix. It might take you a while if you watch older vlogs. It's probably only been previewed in a few, and out of there's like 230 videos I have. So I will go through this stream, and I will what's it called? I will see who got it first. So, but what I've realized is that this is the best way to do it. Although I'm going to award a package of seats to the to the first person. I'm going to actually go ahead and have a different theme. So Gus Torres got it right. Polar Seltzer Lime is my go-to drink. I've been known to drink a case a day of that drink. I rarely drink bottled water. I used to drink a lot of it, but I drink like I'll shift between Polar and I'll show you guys right here. Publix makes this stuff called Green Eyes. It's like a all-natural seltzer that. So I stock up on whatever's on sale. Like you get buy one get one free case of Polar. I'll buy 8 cases of it, and I'll go through it in 2 weeks. So, but I just don't really drink much anything else. I'll drink Monster Energy. I used to drink a lot of, and it felt like it just burns you out. I would drink it a lot when I played poker to stay awake. So Rockstar sometimes, Full Throttle, nah. I am drinking Ginger Coke. Is probably one of my favorite like colas, but have you ever germinated Duum palm seed? Yeah, I've germinated a ton of them. In fact, I had some laying in my backyard that accidentally germinated. Now it's just growing there. I'm just letting it grow. I'll see what happens with it. They like a lot of heat and water and good drainage. Yeah, they're super tough. In fact, another watcher of the vlog sent me a picture of them growing just what did that guy just do? Did he just blow a curb? Weird. Yeah, he did. Gosling's rum. Trust me, in my college days, I was a complete fish. I would drink nothing but Johnny Walker Black and Tanqueray. And I mean, it sounds like I was some sort of high roller when I was 20, 21, but I just saved up my money. That's what I would say. That's what I would save my money for. It's just like $30 bottles of liquor. So, Lime Polar. Everyone's saying Lime Polar Seltzer now. So I'm going to give you guys another opportunity. Gus got it right the first time, though. I will find another theme for you guys. What is this? Sorry, my dad just sent me a video. Sorry, guys, I got a message from my father. Okay. I rarely get Facebook messages from my dad. He just doesn't tend to use it, so. All right. It's weird that cup is not turning right. So I gotta find another theme for the rest of you guys for the rest of the stream. I'm gonna choose the best. So, because if you just guess one thing, My dad sent me a listing for a house near my sister. I don't know if he's counting on buying a house down here. I don't know. Let me think of a theme. Sorry, I will get to messages in a second. Trying to think of. I don't know if it should be palm related or not. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get to all the messages. I just trying to think a bit here. Sorry, I was kind of like drawing a blank. Okay. This is not that interesting, but I think it's pretty good. You guys got to guess at Eastern Standard Time at what time exact to the minute I will arrive in the driveway of my house without going over. That'll be the second time. The first person that posts the time that is right will get the last seat giveaway. So that way you guys can kind of sweat it out. You guys don't know if I'm going to get dinner or not. So what else is... Now, Rostonia borencana is not native to Cuba. It's native to Puerto Rico only, I believe. It might be native to a couple of the small islands just east of Puerto Rico. Okay. Oh, Gus. So anyway, back to this. Can two stable-minded ecotypes hybridize? Yes, I don't see why they wouldn't. They're the same species, so you could get genetic differences in them. But I collected this seed in habitat, or I didn't personally, but a friend of mine did. Yeah, I would recommend taking the outer shell off because it can take in moisture and kind of hold it. I never did. You don't have to, but if it will come off easily, then go ahead and take it. It looks kind of like a gingerbread. Like the seed looks like gingerbread. I don't know how to best explain that, but so the second winner is Gus for the lime polar seltzer. There's got to be a third and final winner. I gotta watch my speed through here. It's the end of getting to the end of the month. At least every palm species, Washingtonia. Washingtonia is definitely up there. I don't know if it's my least favorite because I do like Washingtonia folifera. I know you guys probably gonna hate it, you know. There's not a lot of redeeming qualities in Robusta for me. I never win anything. Yeah, well, you did win something now, so no problem. Hey, you pay attention to the vlogs, and you not only did you guess seltzer, but you guessed the flavor and the brand, which was pretty impressive. I actually am kind of leaning more towards grapefruit now, but okay. Yeah, I wish I was trying to think of something palm related. Okay, you know what? I want to switch it real quick because that's kind of a dumb question too. That's something I would play more with my poker buddies. Of all the palms in my yard, which are actually not that many, there's only one that I have two of planted in the yard. You can guess which species, genus and species of palm I have planted. I have two of in the yard. Then you'll be the third winner. So sorry, guys, you put out the. No, hey, Mom, I didn't get your message because I can't read that while I'm doing this. It's kind of dangerous. Let me just double check. I can check it real quick. Oh. Looks like she fixed it. Okay. Okay, so I'll let you guys go ahead and just make those answers. I'm sorry if I switched it up on you guys, but I don't think that's, really that useful for, it's not palm related. So there's only one palm that I have two specimens, not specimens, but I have two of them planted in the yard. I got them as a gift. They were kind of throwaways. I didn't think that they should be thrown away, so I just planted them. And yeah, Mom, you have it on rotate. So just keep it either panoramic or just hold it like you would normally hold the phone. Oh, this is a much different drive than the last time. Okay, getting a lot of decent answers. Some of them I have planted in the yard. Well, while you guys can guess, you can also talk more palm stuff. Definitely get your answers in if you want. If you say multiple answers, I'm gonna count the first one. Okay, love you too, Mom. I'll try and message you later. Yeah, at least she got on. I didn't think that the internet there was gonna be that good that she could do that. So. I don't want to. I have to say that no one has gotten it yet. So, if you're Mom, are you mashing buttons? Livistona is. I have none planted in the yard. Big Mean Date, I have none planted in the yard. Some of the, I have to understand that this yard, I don't own the property. It's owned by Ashley's family, so I'm not going to plant it out like I would like my own property. So, you know, it's not like something that it's not gonna be like my favorite. I mean, I planted a few things out, but nothing too crazy. Actually, a few things too crazy, but that's okay. They won't know that they're gonna get massive until it's too late anyway. Ponytail's not a palm, but good guess. There are 2 of them in the yard. Unfortunately, that won't count though. Yeah, that coconut's looking rough. Majesty, I don't have any planted. Fishtail, I do have planted, but that's not the correct answer. Sealing wax won't grow in my climate, unfortunately. I could try. I know people who have tried. There's actually one in Fort Myers. I'm pretty sure it gets protected. I don't see how it could survive more than one really mild winter. I don't have any Bismarcky planted in the yard. It's not a queen. There's only one queen in the yard. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I need to get it more water. That's why, you know, cycads I don't plant in the yard at all because of that reason, unless they really like water. So, oh, this is my luck with lights. Dipsis is just a genus, so I'm going to need a species, just like with the Livistona. I don't have any mules in the yard either. Now, I will say this: if no one gets it, then if you do a second guess, I will go to the second guess on someone. But the first person to get it on their first guess will win. Then, if no one gets it, then their second guess. So, now I have ruled out a number of species. I can't really say any more. So, when you do ask if something is right, I can't say that anymore. But I have ruled out a number of. I've helped you guys out a good amount. So. We'll say so far that some good guesses, but a lot of them I only have one of. Well, that's an old Acura Legend. It's like almost collector status. I should have stayed in this. Like, I would buy that car if that car was for sale. It's like an 88 Acura. It's like classic Honda. I got the police next to me. Oh, hey, Crazy Plays. Gus got the first one. So. No, the second is still up for grabs. I don't know if I should give some more hints. It's not really fair to the people that I've already guessed. That guy's like driving like he must have crashed that thing. It's kind of odd considering the cops are right there. I guess I'm going to have to give some guesses here. How am I getting on? All right, it is the closest body of water that it is from is the Indian Ocean. That is where it's native to is the closest big body of water is the Indian Ocean. See, now I'm getting you Mendicia condopana, good guess, but it's from the Indian Ocean, but it's not that. Bottles are good guess. It's getting warmer. I realize I'm gonna have to give some help here. There's a lot of palm species. If any other good guess. Runs so bad on these lights here. Ravenala madagascariensis is not a palm, unless you mean Ravinia madagascariensis, but there isn't a species. That's an old name. Oh, I did. Okay, I'm glad it's getting better. Latan, I don't have any latans. Caniopsis is from the Pacific Ocean. I'll say it's from an island in the Indian Ocean. Penanga, technically close to the Indian Ocean, but I don't have any Penangas planted. Spindle, another good guess. It grows very near the spindle and bottles, native-wise. That's good. They're starting to turn green now. If I can turn a plant, if I can keep a palm from dying once a day, I'm a happy man. So what else we got here? Dipsis St. Lucii. You know, Dipsis St. Lucii is a weird palm. It has the worst problem rooting into soil. It just doesn't. It likes to wobble around. It has a poor. It's not like other dipsis. It's kind of. I don't want to say sickly because it's not sickly, but I was going to go by Walgreens. I can still go by the one. You're guessing what palm? Okay, I'll say it again. What I have many palms planted in the yard that I live. The house I live at, but I only have two of one species. What genus and species is that? And I'll say this, and the hints I've given is that it's from an island in the Indian Ocean. It's a monotypic genus, meaning it only has one species, although there are variants of that species. It's not really that rare. You actually you can find it once in a while in some more common areas. It's grown somewhat for landscape use in Florida. Ravinia glauca, no. Dipsis spinatafrons, no. Remember, I have almost no shade, so any shade-loving palms, definitely. I don't think I have a single one planted. Date palm, I don't. I'm just gonna have to tell you guys yes or no, so you guys can start ruling stuff out. Dates aren't really from the Indian Ocean. It's a monotypic genus, so Dipsis has like about 200 species, so that would be out. It's not a Dipsis. And Nair Nisutam has gotten it right. Acanthophoenix was a good guess, but it's actually Dictyosperma, which there's only one species, so Nair has gotten that correct. So Nair, I will. Actually, you know what? Both Gus and Nair, if you can send me an email, either you can get a hold of me at my Facebook page, Faulkner's Palms, or you can email me at faulknerspalmsllc@gmail.com. Or you can message me on here, although I'm not really good at getting those messages. So we've had 3 winners. We've had Gus, Nair, and who won on the way up here? I'll have to rewatch the vlog now. It was sweet. Nair, where are you from? I'm guessing it's not somewhere in the Middle East because it would be in the middle of the night there, but it could be. St. Augustine. Okay, cool. I thought your name sounded Middle Eastern, so I thought you might be watching from that area, but it's about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning there, so I didn't think that was the case. So, sorry, I was just trying to, just out of a guess. Not meaning to offend you or anything. When I see a name, I just try and take my best guess, Okay, cool. So St. Augustine and the LBC will be getting seeds, and then I forgot who won in the first vlog. I was paying more attention to the road. Hope everybody doesn't leave now, but hold on one second. Come on. Okay. That's hard to say. There's palms that I want to plant in the yard, but I just don't know if that yard is going to be the place I'm going to be forever. It's not because I doubt my relationship with Ashley or anything. It's just that, I don't own that house. I think that if I wanted to buy that house, I could. It needs like a full updating. It looks like 1985 inside. It has the original porcelain fridge with the wood handles. Nair, that's correct. Just all one word. And I will tell Nair and Gus, I will, I'll give you the options of what seeds you can get, and, I'll just kind of just give you like a little basket of seed. Not a full basket, but like, little medley, if you will. No problem, Nair. Nice call there. Right when I pull into your driveway, there's 2, one on each side. And my friend Rusty, I think you guys saw him in a vlog. Pretty sure. He had a couple laying around, and he's like, "I'm gonna throw these away." I'm like, "No, I'll take them. I'll plant them." They were like growing sideways, and Ashley was like, "God." Ashley was. 3. The speed limit goes from 45 to 30 in like 100 yards. So I might get pulled over. You never know. There's already someone pulled over. Like taking up the entire side road there. So let's see here. Jesus, they're just pulling people over everywhere. I got really lucky. That's like 2 cars. Well, I don't want to say I got really lucky because it's like all they're doing is just pulling people over. I mean, it's a little bit unfair because you're coming downhill in a 45 mile an hour zone, and you know you're going immediately to 30. There's no drop down that I can remember. But I don't see any cops in my rear view, so we'll see how that works out. Is anyone, did the person who won the first giveaway, are they still watching the vlog? I'm just trying to remember who. What do I think about queen palms? Well, I'll tell you this. Queen palms are the only palms I've actually taken a chainsaw to. I had 2 in my mom's old backyard in Venice. There were 2 there. They weren't looking that great. They weren't looking bad, but I had other plans. So I cut them down. My friend and I and planted a bed instead. I wish I could like show you guys pictures of, you know, I might have to do it on my Facebook page. I'm not really good at editing or anything, so. Right. I think healthy queen palms look great when they're well taken care of, and like the one in my front yard I actually like. I think it's a good looking plant. I think that if queen palms weren't so common and weedy, that they would be like really sought after. And they are good, and like I know that in many subtropical climates they're like the perfect palm. The problem is in Florida when they start growing everywhere and in the wild, it gets a little bit rough. I like queens because I'll tell you what I do like about queens. They have a nice fat trunk, nice beautiful plumose fronds, and you know, they're just as long as you treat them well, they treat you well. With Washingtonias, it's more like they're like very needy. They need like a sickly Washingtonia, just Robusta is just, no, I'm just not a fan. Oh, and if I think that, you know, if I didn't live in an area where I had so many options, then my views would be much different. So that's definitely true. I was going to stop and get some alcohol swabs at Walgreens. Should I still do that? I guess I'll be alright. I use it to wipe down my vape because it gets dirty. And for a common palm, Royals, I think are the best looking common palm there is. And I think a lot of people agree with that, and they plant so many in their yard they don't realize like it's a lot of cleanup. Like you have like, you know, just one leaf you got to chop up into like 4 pieces for the yard guy to take. So. going to take the other way back. There's two ways that are basically equidistant. One is going down 41 to Del Prado. The other one is going down that road to the right where it's store. Oh, you want to get a Ciroc Salon, Dylan? They are around. They're only in California. They don't grow here at all. It's too hot and humid. The air is too thick, I believe, just sort of that sort of thing. They grow really well in coastal Southern California. Actually, they do best in like San Francisco. I don't think they could grow in Texas. They really grow like a humid, like a cool oceanic climate. They really want that oceanic, mild temperatures. Texas has too many extremes, I mean, that's the thing. It's like Ciroc Salons won't grow 10 miles inland in like Los Angeles. They'll do well in like Santa Barbara, San Francisco, basically from like anywhere from San Diego right along the coast up through the coast of LA, and then when you get to like Northern California, you can probably grow them inland a little bit. 1 foot of trunk from seed if you have like a really, if you don't have any issues for a Royal. Just trying to think here. So like probably that would be the thing about a Royal is like you take a 15-gallon palm. Royal isn't that big, but the difference between a 15-gallon, which is like 8 feet tall with no trunk, and a like say a 45-gallon, which is like 12 feet tall with 1 foot of trunk, they're like huge. They just blow up. I would say it's like a 45-gallon plant, so I'm just gonna I don't know, about 4 or 5 years. And as far as mules go, I actually prefer Queens over mules. Just a little bit. Problem with mules is mules get really leggy, and they're going to be like a coconut look-alike, but they really don't look like a coconut. They look like a confused Butea. Washingtonia seeds. I mean, I don't have any, but if I were to, the thing is, if I went to go out and collect Washingtonia Robusta seeds, which I could do any day of the week, they're tiny. It would take me a long time to pick them up. And if I were to sell them, like I'd have to sell them for like 1,000 seeds are only worth like $20. So it's one of those things where it just isn't something that I can, I'm just not going fast enough. This guy decided just not to turn there. One of my favorite places up on the right here. I can't really see. I was just kidding anyway. I'm forgetting this thing is cruise control. So this is probably the only part of 41 that isn't built out between Tampa. There's a little area between Tampa and Bradenton, a little Ruskin area, Sun City, not really built up, but this is the other area. It's about 10, 12 miles of just some buildings here and there. Mule is definitely more hardy, but they're variable, and they suffer from more issues, more deficiencies. They're more genetically unstable. I mean, James, I might have to take you up on that offer. I could send, like with Royal Seed, it's almost equally as painful, not painful, but just I could send you thousands. Just I'd have to pick it up off the ground, or maybe I get Ashley to do it. This you could get a hold of me, and we can discuss that. Bottles are definitely full sun palms. I mean, they'll grow in the shade, but they're never going to look that good. They're never going to get that swell up that trunk. They're not going to get those rigid leaves. They're going to be kind of floppy. All palms will be floppier in the shade. Pindo fir patio palm. Yeah, another mule Butea probably wouldn't be that bad. You might want to try, a relative of Pindos and mules are going to be Lidocarium. Lidocarium makes a great indoor palm. It's like a miniature queen. I think that's actually one of its common names. It's a miniature queen. All right, well, if you guys want Washingtonias, I might do I might collect thousands of seed, and if you guys, let me see how hard it would be, because, again, the problem is I can't just cut the bract off. They just drop from 50 feet up, or whatever many feet it is. So I might, send Ashley out to collect them and just give her the money for that, because it's just something that it's kind of painstaking. But, if you guys want that, then I would offer that. It's not even paying for the seed. It's kind of like the labor of the hours that you'd have to collect the seed for. So, but Brian, the triangle grows in a habitat that it's kind of like a warm subtropical. It's kind of like a highland subtropical climate. So it grows like around 3,000 to 5,000 feet, I believe, like a 1,000 meter, 1,500 meter area, in a drier kind of Mediterranean climate. But it's Mediterranean and cooler because it's at a higher elevation in southern Madagascar. So that's why they're more cold hardy than many of the other dipsis. Yeah, like I said, it's not about I'm not trying to charge you for the seed. It's really just the labor of getting the seed. So I'll do, it might take 2 hours to collect 1,000 seeds. So but by all means, I mean, if you planted thousands of Washingtonias in Canada in the ground, maybe one will survive. You never know. I mean, it's you can, if you want to spray lipstick with some water and keep it in a sunny, warm area. If you want to keep a very sunny room in your house warm and humid, you could do it. You have to keep it very wet all the time. I love lipsticks. I think that I don't care how, I'll buy 5,000 seed of lipsticks and grow them up, and they're really awesome palms. I just wish they were more cold hardy. There is a hybrid that looks almost identical that is cold hardy that you can plant in the ground, but they're hard to find and rare. In fact, I wouldn't know where to, I would know where to get one, but I don't know the source. I feel like an idiot. So yeah, if you guys want to message me, but I do have a lot of other cold hardy stuff that, or even more cold hardy. I have a lot of cool sables. Oh yeah, Dylan, I forgot you were in the wait, Dylan, did you win? I forgot who won the first oh, cool. That's nice, James. Nair, I have grown the orange crown shafted versions of Euterpe precatoria. and but also Arica Vestiaria, which is probably what you're thinking of. They're definitely zone 10B palms. It's one of those palms that probably does fine in Miami, but doesn't do as well here, and that's more because we get the same amount of rain as Miami, but we don't get it all year round. Like, it rained 2 days ago, but it hadn't rained in 2 weeks. That doesn't happen in Miami. Miami gets rain almost every week, even in the drier season, and Fort Lauderdale too. So that humidity plays a lot into it. I forgot who won the first. If the first person won the first challenge and the first guessing game, or got it right. If you're watching, you can email me. Okay. That's one of my favorite cars too, the old Lexus LS 400s. Texting away. Yeah, no, that's cool that you come down to Port Charlotte, though, for sure. Is this my turn? No, it's not my turn. I don't know my turn. I get confused even after all this time. Well, it's 62 degrees here, and that thing's burning a massive amount of oil. I can smell it from back here. So we're in North Fort Myers now. Just looking forward to Ashley's stuffed peppers. I just hope that they're good. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I waited like 2 hours at Sam's Club on December 15th. They had like a mini Black Friday, and they had the Ninja Foodie. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like a pressure cooker / air fryer / slow cooker steamer. They're like incredibly hard to find, and Sam's had them on sale for like one day, and Ashley and I are waiting, and she has membership and I have one, or her mother has one, and you can only get one per member. And we go in, and we're like third or fourth in line, and we go in there, and I see them like they're up front, and I was getting one as a present for my sister and one for us, and there was only 10 of them, like, and there's like 30 people waiting outside, and we had two in the cart getting terrible looks from people because I felt kind of bad. I felt like, I don't know, Black Friday kind of stuff got the best of me there. All right. So I think I mentioned this before, but right here is the entrance to Cape Coral. The Cape Coral starts here, and there's actually, I'm going to throw my brights on, see if you guys can see, but there's actually some encephalitis, some fairly rare cycads growing right here in the median. I don't know if you guys can see those leaves. I'm going to go kind of slow. Right in the middle of those royals. It's the only city I know that has cycads or encephalitis focusing on its entrance. I almost want to take some pictures of it, but there's no way to like park my car anywhere. My my biggest fear is like I usually buy phones outright, but this one I didn't. And I don't want it to like break before my contractor payments were up. Not a big Bismarck is that Bella Vita place is kind of you can't see, but over here they built this massive tract housing complex. Okay. Well, I think the flamethrower is a killer palm. It's a great palm for South Florida and Central Florida too. The only downside is it tends to, like, the only palm I think is better for Florida from New Caledonia is Kentiopsis, because Chamberonia does not look as good in full sun as Kentiopsis does, but it can still look pretty damn good, like 90% if well taken care of. Nice bulbous crown shaft. Yeah, East Coast Tropiscapes. It's definitely blown up. I mean, when I first moved down here, 75 was not. There were no developments touching 75, unless like old areas in Sarasota that kind of moved out. But now it's just it's built all the way to the interstate. That's the way it is here. Bonita Springs and Naples. I mean, Naples is blowing up too, and it's unfortunate. I mean, if it were sustainable housing, like, as in like unique places, but they're really just like blocks of places to live in, and there's no thought or creativity put into it. It's all about profit. And I used to joke with my friend all the time that all these places, like, let's just see what this place is named. I don't even know. I don't even know. This might be part of Bella Vita, the massive complex. This place is called Coral Lakes, and we used to always say, like, if there's some place called like Heron Glen, we used to always say the place was named after whatever bird or animal they displaced to build the place. It's usually true too. So Dylan, what you're thinking of is the lipstick palm, I'm pretty sure. Like it clumps and it has a red crown, red stalks. I think there's another housing crash in the near future, if there is one. I mean, that's the way the economy goes. I just think that this place is going to become like, with the last housing crash, it was just, you'd see people just leaving like everything they didn't absolutely need on the side of the road, and Cape Coral just got hit so hard. And that's what happens when you build too many houses for a anticipated demand that, in the long run will never be constant. Lots of royals. I need to go and find some royal seed. They plant some Tegosperma elegans here in the medians. It's not the best choice for like medians. It's like full day sun. I mean, they do fine there, but I just think there's some better options. Some plants and natives like Pseudophoenix. Okay, here we go. Okay, so my aunt lives in Venice, near Venice Ave and Jacaranda Drive. 5 years ago, there was nothing. Yeah, I know. You've seen that building. That's where I just was, East Coast Tropiscapes. My mom's, her long-term care facility is right near Jacaranda and Center. And I remember when that was all farmland. It was like, before the roundabout, that my nursery was just east of that intersection down toward, it's more closer to Venice and River Road off of Keystone. But yeah, you know how it is. There was like one development back there. Now it's the whole place is developed. They built that whole corner, northeast corner up. The northwest corner was already built up. The southeast corner is now like this big complex. The southwest corner is the Publix. So it just sucks. It just to see a small town. When it get, I've lived in another area. When I used to live in New York, I lived in an area that was like not. It was near the Hamptons, but it wasn't a part of it, and it just kind of, because of people wanting to live out there away from the city, it just got built up, and the people of the town just let it happen, and it destroyed the essence of what that area was. So, for sure. So Brian, is Brichardia Thurstonii grow in 9B? I mean, you can try it. It's definitely a better choice than Brichardia pacifica, but their Thurstonii is here in Cape Coral. They do fine. They've been here for a long time. They've burned, but it's probably these, besides the pacifica, one of the more less cold hardy Brichardias. But I don't know. I mean, I've seen it burn. I've had it in Venice, and it survived. So Venice is a little bit warmer than where you are, but it doesn't get as warm during the day in the winter. Venice has a little bit milder climate. Yeah, it really was, and I'm glad that I got to live there for at least some of the years that it was. And now it's like, I used to go to like a bar or a restaurant or the grocery store, and like I would know people, like we would know each other. Now it's just everybody's a stranger, and that just kills. It just totally destroys that whole community thing. Cape Coral, I mean, I'm not really like there's definitely better towns to live in for sure. Yeah, it's happening in the Orlando area too, and happening in a lot of like Northeast Florida, Tampa. I mean, it's just. I don't know how many people can live in Florida. It's one of those things that's really like a main thing I've thought about leaving Florida in the not too distant future, is because of that. It's just this town, Cape Coral itself, it's really just built to just house people. Yeah, and I think that the infrastructure, like 41 is clogged up all the time, and it didn't used to be that way. Oh yeah, Dylan, I've been to Sharky's so many times. I couldn't tell you. It's at least 20. I don't go as much anymore because it's more of a touristy place, but it's a good place to go by the water. Right now, like the red tide's still fairly bad, so like I don't have any real desire. What's going on here? Like I went there for New Year's though with my sister. I think I have a vlog filming live. I'm not sure. It was with Ashley, my sister's boyfriend, Alan. But they have good food there. I mean, the drinks are good. Although the last time I drank a drink there, I got sick. Not because I was drunk, as my first drink. I think it works better with warm climate palms in colder areas. To try and get a palm, like if I wanted to get like a Jubea to grow here, it's hard for me to cool. It's hard for me to cool the place down. I mean, I can create like a swamp cooler greenhouse, but I can't grow it outside of there. So. Yeah, East Coast. Your best bet as far as if you want like just open space, if you want to be, I mean, if the water's important to you, Palm Coast is going to be a big city. It already kind of is a little bit. I would choose like one of the smaller towns in like southern Brevard County. But I mean, if you want to be closer to the Gulf Coast, like Gulf Coast, the least populated area of Florida is actually in the Big Bend area, right around north of, like west of Gainesville and south of Tallahassee, that whole area, Apalachicola, Port St. Joe, such a beautiful area. It's low lying, but if you're okay with that, Yeah, that's like old Florida right there, and there's so little left of that. Um, you know. Oh yeah, there's still some red tide. It isn't. There's no fish kills, but the water's not clear. It's disgusting. Like I don't smell it here, but I smell it when I go to Venice. But we are close to the river, so I'm surprised I don't smell it here. Yeah, there's a lot of good coconuts and Sharkies, and there's some in the parking lot. They do grow well in Venice, especially by the beach, and they'll grow all the way out to the interstate. Um, but yeah, East Coast. Yeah, I mean, if you want, it depends on what you want. I mean, if you want the beach, you can probably get down like in Inglewood. It's not that bad. But then you're further away from other stuff. There are places that aren't crowded, but they're very expensive, like Boca Grande. You're away from everything else. It's very. You're gonna spend, $600,000 or $700,000 in a condo. Yeah, it's Citrus County. If the last real good beach in Florida on the West Coast is until you get to like the Panhandle, is Clearwater Beach or Honeymoon Island, right off of Tarpon Springs. Like Weeki Wachee doesn't really have much of a beach. If you don't mind a beach, I don't really swim in the water anymore. I haven't been in the water in the Gulf. I don't know, at least 3 years. I mean, I wouldn't go near the water now. I don't even like going to the beach anymore because of the red tide. I mean, it could easily be stopped. Like the reason it happens is essentially, and I don't know, some of you guys already know this, but right around the south and eastern edges of Lake Okeechobee are big sugar cane plantations. They've been around for a long time, but the lake would used to flood and flood that area. So in order to keep the sugar running, so it wouldn't die or the people would have a place to live, they dammed up all of the Everglades, and so it kept the lake as like a lake that wouldn't overflow, kind of like the way the Nile overflows every season. But that's the way it naturally is supposed to happen. The water's supposed to drain south from the lake and flood. So now the lake just becomes this like toilet for the fertilizer from all the sugarcane fields, and the algae just blooms. And then when it rains in the summer, there's locks, and they dump all the water westward to Fort Myers and eastward to Port St. Lucie, and then that nasty water just comes in and just pollutes the entire area from Naples to Tampa, and on the East Coast from just north of West Palm all the way up into Brevard County. And it's known better as like the green tide. Sorry, I'm getting tailgated. I just on the East Coast is known because the algae seems to cover green, the canals. It's so nasty. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Untouched beaches. It really depends on where you go. I mean, there's probably a few areas where you could build a house on the beach, but they're going to be very expensive. Minnesota Key probably still has some empty lots, but they're going to be they're going to be $1 million plus lots. Yeah, Boca Grande is pretty cool. They managed to keep development away from it. It's never going to be, nothing else is getting built. And they're just, they're smart about what they did. They've kept it is the way it was 50 years ago. The north side of the island is a little different, but not that bad. If all Florida was like that, I mean, it'd be like, the greatest place. Yeah, Boca Grande is definitely one of the best kept secrets, if you can afford it. One of the other good kept secrets that is more affordable is Everglades City, as well as Cedar Key, but those are very isolated areas. You really have to want to live in a town like that too. Am I getting followed? This guy has been on my, I'm in a pretty specific area. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it was $6 last time I was there in 2015. It's probably $7, and you can't use like a fast. You can't use a Sun Pass, and the toll guy is not They don't really like outsiders, to be honest. They do that at Sanibel too, and it's more just to kind of keep like riffraff from just like showing up and partying it up. And I don't really blame them. I mean, there's a lot of people that just go to the beach and they don't take care of it. They want to make sure you're willing to commit to. Grant, don't have to worry about that though. They're not. There are no poor people on Boca Grande. Oh, thanks for the brights. Thanks for the brights. Jesus, how fucking big is this truck? All right. So, for those of you who are, there's actually taking out the garbage. There's one of the hurricanes. Again, they were rescue plants, so they're not looking, too great. They're taking a little while to. So I'll stay on for a couple more minutes, but it is 10:15 and I have not eaten dinner, so. Right. Oh, so I mean the time guess wasn't though. I saw someone say 10:04. I think it's like what 10:17. That's not going to be. I discounted that as the as one of the as the way to win. I decided to go with the plant species, so hope that wasn't too confusing. But I took your opinion that it should be palm related. Guessing a time isn't really fair. So is the person that won the first one? Yeah, the property taxes are pretty brutal. Hey Daniel, yeah, I'll see you next time. I'll probably be on for like 2 or 3 more minutes. The person who won the first one in the first vlog are they watching now? If you are, let me know. I'm trying to remember what. Do they remember? I must be like not thinking correctly because I'm trying to think about watch these messages. But what was the theme of my first one? What was I trying to? What was I trying to? Yeah, no, they do on the bridge, and I guess they could tell. I mean, they could keep people out if they wanted to. I mean, that's kind of a bad idea, but no, that's actually. When Ashley and I were gone for a few days, Ashley's parents decided to come by and prune that, and they just it's a Caryotomitis, it's a fishtail, but they just like hacked it up. So have a good night, Daryl. I don't know if you can see any better there, but I'm trying to remember who won the first one. I guess I'll just have to. I must be asleep or something. Oh well. Oh, there's one thing I can do. I need to. Got my donkey bottle of hand sanitizer here because working with plants and you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's no water. It's always good to have. But I always enjoy when you guys, come on here and talk with me. It's definitely it's enjoyable to talk about palms, and it definitely helps pass the time. Makes you feel like I'm doing something. That's one of the main reasons. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Chamaedorea microspatix. Very cold hardy. I think it's the cold hardiest crown shafted palm in the world, in my opinion. That thing can take mid-teens. I mean, I wouldn't give it to it all the time, but it'll take it. And then the drone is going well. I thought I put it in the vlog, but It's I've crashed it a few times. Yeah, Dylan, definitely fun to have you on the stream. Yeah, I think they could withstand zone 7 with a little bit of protection. If you could like put something over. The thing is they don't get that big, so it's easier to protect. If you want to try and protect like a Barassus, or Bismarcks are very hard to protect. Excuse me. There's someone who watches this vlog in Sweden, and he's done a lot of experiments with Trachycarpus, and it's been growing pretty well there. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight here, and thanks for watching, everyone. And those who won, get a hold of me, and we will figure out sort out the shipping and the species you want. So